The story begins in 1845. A young boy named James, the son of a local landowner, is sick. To keep him company, Victor, the son of the local gardener, comes to visit. The gardener himself has been drinking and is acting rowdily. James' father decides to stop him. Shots are fired. The boys rush to the sound, but it's too late. James' father lies dead, his wife sobbing. Little James is filled with such rage that his X gene activates. Instead of listening to the gardener, the boy lunges at the man and stabs him with huge claws. In the last seconds of his life, the gardener reveals that he had an affair with James' mother. He is the boy's real father. On one terrible night, James Howlett loses two fathers. His mother calls him a monster and banishes him. But he gains a new brother. Victor leaves with him. He didn't love his father and doesn't mourn him. But now Victor intends to take care of his brother. James Howlett becomes a criminal and takes the surname of his biological father. He is now Logan. The gardener was not lying. The brothers grow up, and we see that they have the same genetic mutation. They are strong, fast, and have animal reflexes. They can also grow huge bone claws. But most importantly, they cannot be harmed even by a cannonball. Thanks to their regeneration, the brothers do not age. Their lives are a constant war. Logan sees Victor gradually becoming more and more cruel. In Vietnam, the older brother turns into a real monster. For war crimes, he and Logan are sentenced to execution. Of course, the brothers survive, but now everyone knows they are mutants. Suddenly, Colonel William Stryker arrives at their unit. This man is not afraid of mutants. He offers the brothers the opportunity to join his team and serve their country. Of course, they agree. And here is Stryker's team. The first one we see is Wade Wilson with his katanas. And he constantly talks about something. The plane lands in Lagos, and the mutants break into the base of the Nigerian mafia. The boss is protected by an entire army, but it doesn't save him. The fact is that Wilson is incredibly fast. It takes this guy a few seconds to deal with dozens of armed men. Stryker notes that if he talked less, he would be priceless. The mafia boss thinks that Stryker needs diamonds, but that's not the case. The team is looking for something more valuable. The mafiosi send them to a small village, where their target is located, a fragment of a meteorite. Alas, the villagers do not want to give up their treasure to strangers. Stryker gets angry and orders the village to be destroyed. Victor starts to carry out the order, but Logan is categorically against it. He stops his brother and declares that he is leaving the team. Saying goodbye, he throws his tokens on the ground. 6 years pass. Logan is finally not fighting but enjoying life. He has found his treasure, and it is not a precious meteorite but the beautiful Kayla. During this time, Stryker's team has disbanded. We see a guy who used to control military aircraft with his mind. Now he shows tricks with light bulbs. Victor comes to the guy at the carnival. The poor guy is very scared. We see all the light bulbs in the area go out. Meanwhile, Logan wakes up screaming. He is tormented by dreams of war. Stryker arrives at the sawmill where he now works. He reports that someone is hunting former team members. Wade was the first to go missing, followed by the technopath. Stryker asks Logan to return to service, as he may be the next target. The mutant refuses. After this conversation, Logan returns home. On the road, he argues with drivers who are blocking his way. To prevent Logan from starting a fight, Kayla intervenes. A few touches, a few smiles, and the angry men are smitten with her charm. The fight is cancelled. At home, Kayla tells Logan the legend of the moon and the Wolverine. According to the legend, they were spirits who were in love, but the Wolverine was tricked and banished from the sky. Now he howls every night, longing for his beloved. The next day, Kayla's car is stopped by Victor. Logan is at work. There he notices familiar claw marks on the trees. He rushes to find Kayla, but it's too late. Her car is slashed with claws, and she lies lifeless. Enraged, Logan finds Victor in a bar. He has only one question: why? It turns out that Victor is resentful of his brother. He ran away, trading their shared combat fame for some woman. The mutants fight. Logan has lost his skills, and Victor easily defeats him. Before leaving, the older brother breaks the younger brother's long claws. Logan wakes up in the hospital. Seeing Stryker, the mutant becomes enraged. The colonel assures him that he didn't know that Victor was the one hunting the team members. It seems that he has finally turned into a beast. But who can stop him? Logan is too weak to do it now. Fortunately, Stryker can increase his chances of success. Logan doesn't want to return to service, but it's the only way to avenge Kayla. Logan agrees to Stryker's offer. He is prepared for the operation at a secret military base. The colonel talks about the meteorite that his team was looking for many years ago. The meteorite was found, and an incredibly strong extraterrestrial metal was extracted from it. Adamantium. Stryker dreams of creating a super soldier whose bones will be strengthened with adamantium. But only a mutant with regeneration can survive such an operation. Logan is back on duty, so he is given his tokens back. The mutant refuses and asks for new ones. They have the name Wolverine engraved on them. This is how Logan decides to keep the memory of his beloved alive. Wolverine is immersed in a pool of liquid, and molten adamantium is injected. Anesthesia doesn't work on him, and his heart can't take it. Has the experiment failed? No, it hasn't. The metal cools down, and our hero's pulse returns. Stryker is triumphant. He tells his assistant, Agent Zero, that the experiment was a success. They no longer need Wolverine, they only need his DNA. But Wolverine has already recovered enough to hear this conversation. Adamantium's claws extend from his fists. Wolverine jumps out of the pool, he is shot, but he manages to escape from the laboratory. Naked Logan crosses the forest and hides in a barn with the locals. The owners of the barn are simple old people. Logan doesn't tell them what happened to him. Out of pity, they feed the stranger, give him their son's clothes, and even offer to take a motorcycle. Alas, being kind to people is dangerous for life. Shots are fired. It's Agent Zero. Having dealt with the old people, he launches a rocket from the helicopter and destroys the barn. Logan manages to escape the explosion on a motorcycle. Now, with not only regeneration but also adamantium, he is unstoppable. With his claws, Wolverine cuts through an armored car and then slices through the helicopter blades. Zero survives the crash, but he doesn't survive the encounter with Logan. Meanwhile, scientists report to Stryker that only an adamantium bullet can stop Logan. Stryker's superiors are horrified. He spent $500 million creating a super weapon, and now that super weapon has turned against him. But they are wrong. In fact, Stryker has not yet finished his project. He needs the help of a special person. This is the boy who sits in class, suffers from migraines, and has no idea what the future holds for him. Logan finds his former teammate. He doesn't know about Stryker's plans, but he leads Logan to someone who might. This is a very fat guy named Fred. He doesn't want to talk to Logan, but he's not at all opposed to fighting. Logan has to literally beat the information out of Fred in the boxing ring. Fighting such a huge guy is not easy. It's a good thing Logan has the ability to regenerate quickly, and he also has sharp claws. The fat guy loses and tells him that Victor and Stryker are working together. They catch mutants and take them to an island. There, Stryker uses their DNA to create one mutant with multiple abilities. But only Gambit knows where this island is. He is the only one who was caught by Stryker but managed to escape. While Logan searches for information, his brother hunts for a new target. He seems to be an ordinary schoolboy, but when Victor attacks him, something unexpected happens. We realize that this is a young Cyclone. Meanwhile, Logan is looking for the mutant who managed to escape from the island. They meet in a casino, but Wolverine is not welcome here. Gambit sees familiar tokens and decides that our hero works for Stryker. Logan has to fight again. He defeats Gambit and explains to the guy that they have a common enemy, and he will deal with this enemy if Gambit takes him to the island. And here is the island itself. This is where Weapon 11 is created, a mutant who will combine the powers of 11 other mutants. With his help, Stryker wants to protect humanity from people with superpowers. Gambit brings Logan to the island. The Weapon 11 project is already being completed there. This is the former Wade Wilson. He has finally been made to shut up. Stryker sewed up his mouth, turned him into a mindless puppet, and named him Deadpool. Logan infiltrates the base. There, he finds not only his former boss but also his former lover. Kayla is alive. Moreover, she is a mutant who can influence people's behavior. All it takes is one touch. That's how Kayla broke up the fight at the beginning of the movie. Thanks to the X gene, not female charm. The tragedy that happened to her was a setup. All this time, Kayla was working for Stryker. He knew that Logan would return to service if he broke his heart and turned him into a machine for revenge. And now Logan's heart is really broken. He leaves, and we learn that Stryker used blackmail to keep his assistance. He promised Kayla to free her mutant sister, Victor, to give him adamantium and make him as invulnerable as his brother. But Stryker has no intention of keeping his promises. Victor is furious. He attacks Kayla. Logan returns to her crying because he still loves her. Wolverine fights his brother, and thanks to his rage and adamantium claws, he wins this time. At Kayla's request, he frees her sister and other mutants. Stryker is in a panic and activates his Weapon 11. Logan distracts Wade. To get Kayla to get the mutants out of the base, Stryker orders his soldiers to open fire. At one point, the girl says goodbye to her sister and asks her to run away with the other mutants. The fact is that Kayla was hit by one of the bullets. Logan engages Wade in battle. But how do you defeat someone who can regenerate, teleport, burn the enemy with a laser, and use a bunch of other superpowers? Suddenly, Logan's brother comes to his aid. Together with Victor, they defeat Wade with great difficulty. At the last second of his life, he destroys everything with Cyclops beam. Debris falls on Logan, but Gambit manages to save him. The base is destroyed. Logan tries to carry away the still living Kayla. Stryker catches up with them. He fires several adamantium bullets at Logan. The last one hits the mutant in the head. The Colonel wants to deal with the girl too, But suddenly he takes the gun away from her. It turns out that Kayla had time to touch his leg. She gives Stryker a final order to get away before he rubs his legs to blood. The colonel leaves. Charles Xavier arrives for the mutants who escaped from the laboratory. He takes them to his school. Gambit finds Logan, but he doesn't recognize him. Moreover, he sees Kayla's body but doesn't remember who she is. The wound on Logan's head healed, but all the memories disappeared. And that's it. Subscribe, like. Thanks for watching.